Hey everybody, it's Aaronator here, and we got our 23rd episode of our GM mode commentary with the Detroit Red Wings. In the last episode, we finished up the off-season. That's basically what it was called, finishing the off-season. And we did free agency. Well, we didn't really do free agency. Detroit was silent in this free agency of 2018. I was just looking up because I couldn't remember what year it was. But this is like year 4, basically. Yeah, year 4. And we're trying to recover from last season's loss of missing the playoffs by literally 0 points. So, in this episode, we are going to definitely do some simming and hope that we can get off to a good start this year. Unlike unfortunate years where we've had to come back. And but I have pre-scouted a trade. Now, there was one guy who suggested that I don't trade Sayari, and he thinks that he is definitely something special. I agree with that. The reason I am possibly considering trading him is because we already have 2 offensive defensemen now with the gaining, I guess, of Viking stat. Sayari is actually 79 overall. I just realized that, but I'll probably keep him in the minors for 1 more year. One thing I do like about him is he has a good defensive awareness at 85, so he'll definitely be able to hold his own defensively. So the one reason was because we got this Viking stat guy who his potential did drop, but he's still insane offensively, along with Spruill, who's already right-handed, playing on our basically top-line power plays at most times. So the one thing that we are going to do is I'm not trading Sayari. I've pre-scouted a trade. I've looked at all of their teams. I went in depth of their centers and just looked. There is one other option, and that was New Jersey with Adam Henrique. If you look at their centers, boom, Matthews, Turris, Hansel, and Henrique. These guys are all legitimate, like, first or second liners. All 3 of these guys, even Henrique on a bad team like New Jersey before, could be on their first line. So I'm guessing at this point, none of them are going to move to the wing. Though they do have if you look at their entire forward core, Henrique is in that top 6. The only thing is, they got guys that are coming up like Zaka, and they got Boucher, and they got Zajac, who has played better, I guess, or he has been on their team for a long time, and offensively he could be there on their team up on the top 6. So one option was that. It was more of a less likely option, also more trade value, but this way Henrique is on our team for the next, what's his contract length? 1 year. We just sign him. You can play him until he's like 32, 33, something like that, and then trade him or just keep him on. And he would be our solid second line center to go behind Larkin. The one other thing that we can do is do the Dallas trade. Now, the thing with the Dallas trade is this fixes our cap problems, and that's why I like it. Plus, Spezza, first line forward, those are great stats. And, 1 year left at 7.5. I think we can handle that. Even if he does drop, he can stay as our second liner at that point. He'll probably play on our first line for the first part of the season anyways. But I'm not trading Sayari for this. Don't worry. I'm going to, basically the main guy that's going in this trade is a second round pick. We're going to trade the Chicago one. I'll probably move it up to Detroit if I have to. But we're going to do Chicago second. We're going to do Adam Marsh. He's got 2 years left in his deal. High bottom 6 potential. So could be solid. Where's the other guy? Salo. And then one more guy. It was just just unsigned guys because they can only handle one player in exchange for Spezza. And then Boucher. So there you go. This is all of that. This is all of the stuff. I'm going to actually look at his trade value from here. That may not go through. I was just going to say, could I do a third instead? But, yeah. You know what? Maybe I can get a draft pick out of this. I am going to say a 5th. Will this go through? And Steve Ott will be moved down. So, that's all we got to do. And we get a 5th round pick along with Jason Spezza in exchange for just a bunch of extras. We don't really need them as of right now, so we should be okay. Svechnikov, he was not your best friend. Come on. Anyways, yeah, look at that. Multiple changes for trading for a star player. So that'll boost our morale up. And look at that. Thomas Tatar, because of that, has boosted back up. See? I know what I'm doing, okay? So, the one thing that I actually was going to do if this trade did not go through was make Tatar a playmaker, because really, his defense, he is not on our penalty kill at all. So, like, that would be a good reason to maybe not take him at that time. We wouldn't necessarily we wouldn't necessarily need to put him on the penalty kill, but because his offensive stats could be, I guess, more utilized if he was a playmaker that way, if that makes sense. But no, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna exit out of this, or I'm not gonna exit out. I'm gonna do best lines for here, and I am going to edit the lines, okay? So, and do all the roster moves. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, guys, we are back, and oh man, that just it took a long time because I had to do a lot of roster moves and a lot of edit lines, but you know what? We got it all done. Okay, so I'm gonna show you the lines. I'm gonna show you a couple of things I did when I did best lines. I recognize Mantha. It said should go in the first line. That way you can also get Yurko, he's from Slovakia, as well as Tatar, the new playmaker. So I made him a playmaker. Now you got the playmaker, two-way forward sniper combo, and then you got this really offensive dynamo line. I'll show you the, I was going to show you the defense, but I'll show you the defense after I'm finished forwards. So Athanasio will get the third line time along with Nastas Week and Applicator. Justin Applicator along with, so he's going to be on that third line. I'm not even going to pronounce his name anymore. Glendenning, Bertuzzi, and Svechnikov. So I figured depth forwards, that's what their roles are. So I figured, you know what? I don't want Svechnikov to go down, but I feel like Bertuzzi deserves to be up because I like his defense and I like his physical. I mean, a lot of his stats are all over the place, but he's a solid player, honestly. So I'd like to see him be a third liner on this team, if possible. Xavier Ouellet and Ryan Sproul to make that a very offensive line. Unfortunately, his role is a top 6, so that's kind of confusing. He was going to play top 4 anyways because he's an 84 and his stats are offensively insane. Nemelainen, you know what? I decided as a top 6 defenseman, you might as well put him. If you give him the time, maybe he'll grow and hopefully his potential will go up as well. Plus, he has 87 endurance, so he should be okay. De Kaiser will play with him, along with Vikingstad on the top 6, and Russo on the top 6 with Vikingstad. So Russo will probably be a left-handed defenseman that goes on the right side. So those are all the power play lines, basically the same thing. I wanted Ouellet getting the most time. I'm hoping that he can become our top-notch defenseman, along with Nemelainen, I guess. That would be very nice, 3-on-3. Extra attacker, Nyquist, and then goalies. Murazek, of course. Scratch. These are our scratch guys. We got Callahan and TVR as our 2 scratch guys, and that's all of it. So I am going to take this team. You know what? I wanna get into the sim so bad, guys. I know you guys do too. You know what? No, it's probably been short. It's been probably a short, decent video. But right now, I just leave it recording because putting in 2 separate clips. My laptop is really slow, so it says 30 minutes right now since I started. But you know what? Nope. Okay, you guys are probably at 15 or whatever. But anyways. I'm going to speed through this. So there's all the lines, Dadonov and Lodge and Korostelov. And then I put Steve Ott in the 4th line on here. And he's gotten that top-notch penalty kill time, though. I just want to show you guys. Boom, Steve Ott. He will play clutch on that penalty kill when he needs to. For that reason, he will also take the faceoffs. I think that's pretty much it. Goalies, there you go, lots. And yeah, I'm excited for Lodge. I'm hoping that he becomes our next Glendenning. He looks like it. More offensive stats, though. Too bad those aren't defensive stats. His overall would probably be a lot higher, though. Okay, I think that's it. We're done. Hopefully, yeah. So I'm going to leave the captains the way they are. Just forget about it. Those aren't the captains. Right now, it's basically the assistant captains are Ouellette, Nyquist, and I got to say Larkin just because he's really grown. Well, you know what? I'm not going to give it to Larkin. I'm going to give it to, I'm going to say Applicator. Veteran on this team. He's been on here probably the longest aside from De Kaiser and Mrazek. But those guys were in the minors as well, so. Let's look at this. I don't know. What do we even need? We want that top-notch forward and defenseman. I mean, just scouting in general the best players, obviously. Maybe go for some Russians. You know what? We'll go 3 weeks in Russia. Shootout win against Florida. We'll see how our team does in the preseason. It probably won't matter too much because teams at the start will have worse teams than that. As they get later in the thing, they'll get better. De Kaiser was injured, but I have a feeling he was not because he recovered. Look at that. He's happy. I'm hoping that our morale is very high because that's definitely a thing that I find helps you, or it helps the simulation. But you know what? We will check it out. We got to hold a team meeting for the first game of the season as usual. I think you guys know it. Game 1 of 82 tonight, gentlemen. Enjoy the butterflies and feed off the crowd, but this is just 1 of 82, so let's focus on our game and results will come. Hashtag spam number 2. Let's go. And there you go. Spezza, Tatar, Vikingstad, Svechnikov, and Callahan. There you go. Let's see. Yeah, it's 77% locker chemistry, so hopefully that gets into the 80s, maybe 85. That would be nice. First game against Toronto. We walk away with an 8-6 win. Okay, so we got offense. There you go. 5-3 win against the Columbus Blue Jackets. So we are starting off the season 2-0. Very nice. That was 3 weeks. Wow. Time flies when you're having fun. Game against Washington. Well, you're not having fun anymore. You just lost 5-0 to Washington. But you came back with a 3-1 win against the Nashville Predators. So that'll help out definitely. I pressed stop simulation, didn't I? Yep. And we will have back games against Ottawa. We lose the first one 3-2. And the second game, we win 3-0. So, Mrazek, I'm guessing that's you, and you've done very well. A win against Pittsburgh and a win against Boston. So, we're definitely getting off to a much better start than past seasons. And just as I say that, you get 2 losses. Yep. 7-4 loss against Florida Panthers and the 3-1 loss against Montreal Canadiens. I think we can go another month. It's been solid. I'm hoping that we can push farther ahead and get higher in the standings. 1-0 win against the Rangers, and then you're going back to the loss. Swedes, Super Swedes, lots of forwards. 3 weeks. LA, can we get a win against LA? No, we will not. Nashville, we get an 8-1 victory against Nashville. Mantha is injured, so we gotta call someone up. So how we're going to do this, I'm going to this might actually be very good. I'm going to switch this with Svechnikov, so now Svechnikov's off there, and now Callahan's in his place, but now Svechnikov's back here. So now he's getting top-notch time. With his shot and his offensive abilities, I'm hoping he can do well. We'll have to see what happens. And let's see who's plus. Or not. Because you got a black screen there. That's weird. No, please. Oh, I guess. Yep. Okay, I was just going to say, I guess we'll skip one game. Is the AHL team being bad? No. Okay, 6-4-2. Actually, I'm interested to see this. Was that a wildcard spot? I'm not even sure. We are 5th in our division, so that's not great. But we are in a wildcard spot. So the other division isn't doing very well. That's good for us because we're doing better. And the Maple Leafs, again, ahead at the top. Probably at the top of the league, aren't they? Nope. Well, yeah, they are, but not as high as Minnesota. So, okay. We're top 10 in the league? That's pretty good. I mean, I thought we weren't having the greatest season, but, I mean, top 10, number 10. You know what? Look at that. Spezza. I knew he was going to be a good fit for us. He's got 10 points in 14 games. Or 14 points in 14 games. Just like Nyquist. So we found a new guy to play with Nyquist. That is awesome. Sproul, again. I knew this guy would be able to play good for us. He's a 0. Nyquist, Yurko and Tatar and Larkin. Darn it. I was hoping more. What can we do to get them back on track? Who is our minus players? -6, Yurko. What is up, Yurko? Vikingstad, Russo. So it's the top 6. It's the bottom 6 defensemen. And it's our top notch. And it's our second line forwards. So our second line, I mean, you're always going to have that one line that's not doing great. But I mean, that's not good. Gotta figure out what to do with that line. I don't want to mess up too much. Maybe we need more time for someone. Let's see what their morales are at. His is His is happy. Larkin, his is happy. Okay, so Tatar, I want to make Tatar more happy. So I'm not going to put him on the first line. I was actually going to think maybe put Larkin on the first line for now. But what I am going to do is I'm going to give Tatar a bit more ice time. So when Mantha comes back, maybe not. I don't know. I gotta figure that out. I want to get him very happy. So Larkin, you know what? You can play with Tatar on that 4-on-4. So I'm just moving. I'm switching Mantha so he gets less time because Mantha is only around the same overall as Tatar as well. Actually, no. Wait, yeah, that's what I wanted because Svechnikov is who he switches with. Okay. There you go. 3-on-3. Anything there? What can we do? Any of the guys that just aren't doing great? Yeah, Malainen, how is he doing? He's a +3 on that top 4. That's good. You know what? I'm gonna leave that. Shootout. You're getting time of the shootout. Does that count? Yeah, we just gotta hope that his morale gets up, and maybe that'll boost his morale up to 87. Maybe that'll help with the fact, and maybe when the line produces more, then Larkin will boost up as well to 85. Yurko maybe to 87. Like, there you go. That's what could happen. So hopefully Tatar can step up and be a leader on that line. Anyways, let's continue on through the month against Washington. There's a 5-2 victory. That's very nice. Very, very nice. Morale. Excuse me. Mitch Callahan. I will bring my A game to you'll see. Glad to be in the lineup. You know what? I'm happy back in. So now let's move forward and win some games. And that's a positive effect. There you go. When you're like me, when you're as good as me, recent performances like these are just the norm. How are you been doing? You get nice time. You're a -1. You got 5 goals though. So you know what? Because you're getting a minus, I think you can still do better. No effect. There you go. As long as it's not negative, I don't mind. I think everybody just doesn't want negative. I'm hoping for positive, though. Hopefully that helps with morale boost. We got a shootout loss against the Florida Panthers, and then a 2-1 loss against Columbus, but then bounce back with a 5-3 win against Montreal. Loss against Chicago. The Western Conference teams don't matter as much, but the Eastern Conference teams, it's good that we're getting some wins. 4-1 win against Buffalo and Ottawa, both at home, so maybe we're doing well at home. Let's check it out. Let's go Swedish defenseman because we like them super Swedes defensemen, don't we? Just like Lidstrom. Game against Columbus, 4-2 win. There you go. So we had a couple losses here and there, but you know what? We've sort of pulled ahead a bit with a bit of a winning streak here. 3-game winning streak. We had a couple losses here, a shootout loss there. So it was more in this area where we had we lost 4 or 5 games. So you know what, that's okay. But do we want to keep on going? You know what, let's keep on going. We're doing okay. Let's see if we can get closer to the All-Star break. Plotkanov will just replace player. Game against New Jersey. They are struggling. We get the OT win. That is very good. And Anthony Mantha is back. There you go. Anthony Mantha is back. So Svechnikov, we're going to switch you with Mantha. And you better be happy because you're going back in the lineup. Maybe we actually should have waited for him, but hopefully he won't get re-injured. It's good that Callahan's getting happy because he's getting taken out of the lineup. Svechnikov will move back in and we'll continue forward. Game against St. Louis, we get a 4-3 victory. Game against Philadelphia, and we get a 6-4 loss. You're going to have a loss here and there. Game against Calgary, you get a win there. So we're pulling away now, guys. We're looking. I'm not trying to jinx anything, knock on wood, but I think we could be. We're going in the direction of a playoff team. I've wanted to thank you for the extra minutes you've been sending my way. Well, you know what, Sproul, you look at those stats, you're doing pretty good, man. You're doing very good. For the fact that your ratings as your top 6 defenseman, you definitely could be a top 2 defenseman. So, great. Positive effect. There you go. Number 2 spam. Hashtag spam number 2. Game against San Jose, we get a 5-3 victory. A game against Ottawa, we get a 4-1 victory. 3 days later, we play Ottawa again, but Plotkinov is going to interrupt us, so we're going to have to put him back in the lineup just to make him not interrupt us anymore. Yes, go back. There you go. Boom. And now on again, I get another game against Ottawa, a 4-1 victory. So we're getting those wins against Ottawa. Very nice. Very nice. Let's go for not many players there. Is there any places with a lot of defensemen? There's some Czechs. There's some Germans. There's some Americans and some other guys. You know what? Just for Nathan, let's go for some German defensemen. 3 weeks. Game against Anaheim, a 4-1 victory. Ouellette is injured, though, which is really not good because he's playing a lot of our minutes on that top line. Russo and Van Riemsdyk. This is your chance, Russo. I need you. You're +7 on that line. You got 8 goals. Look at that. But we need you to step up big time. You're not playing with Vikingstad. You're playing with Sproul. We need you to continue to get offense, and you're getting time with Sproul on that top line. So please, Russo, help us out and do well on that top line. Guys, I don't know where we're at. It says 43 minutes, but I obviously know we're not at that. I'm guessing we're reaching around the 20 minute mark, but I just realized that Ouellette is back, so I didn't notice the timeline. So there you go. I think we got the win. So that's very, very good for this team. We got the morale. I think the morale is really helping. I think the trade for Spezza, the fact that Tatar is not whining anymore. I'm really glad that we didn't have another Shahan incident where we lost. Actually, no, we lost 3-0 against Edmonton. Okay. We lost 4-3 against the Islanders. So we're going to get some more losses here, but we're hoping to get some wins back. There you go, win against Carolina. A win against Minnesota, which was a top team, but you know what? Maybe we're taking their throne. Let's check out the player morale. TVR, I don't like to complain, but I'm having a tough time coming to grips with being scratched. I know it's not ideal to have competence that will be temporary because honestly, there's not really much I can say to him. Like, just become a Duncan Keith. Like, flipping, you gotta you can't. It's hard. Being a GM is hard. Shootout loss against St. Louis. I was gonna say San Jose. You guys probably saw that, and we get a 6-3 win against the Tampa Bay Lightning. So 23-11-2. That is very nice. And now we're at the top of the division. That's very nice. And let's check it out now. Entire league. I'm interested. We are second in the league behind the Oilers. Okay. Yeah, we're first in our division though. So actually, I want to check out the division a bit more. Atlantic, please. So yeah, if you look at this, Buffalo's only 2 points away. But if you look at the Eastern Conference, you'll notice that we are not necessarily a couple losses and that's it. Because Philadelphia, Boston, Pittsburgh, these guys are pretty close. All of them. So we got to keep up our winning streak and pull ahead of the other teams in this league. So let's check out all the general stats, see what we're excelling at. And I think I like what I'm seeing. We have the top offense in the league. There you go. That's what I love to see. Goals against. We are doing very well at that as well. Power play. Look at that. 25%. That's what I like to see because this team is definitely a team that can be good on the power play. Penalties, we're in the middle. We take a decent amount of penalties. And we're solid on penalty kill. So we're doing really solid right now. A couple losses, especially big losses, could easily down our stats. So we gotta definitely stay consistent here. It'll be definitely a matter of which teams will be able to stay in through the entire season because it's close. So look at that, point per game, Jason Spezza. For all those Jason Spezza haters out there, he's leading the team in points. He's doing amazing for this team. All we need, you know what? He's earning his money. So I think that was a good trade for us that happened. Nyquist, as usual, doing very good. Sproul, 26 points in 36 games. This guy is insane. He could be averaging up to 70 points at the end, maybe 60 to 70 points at the end if he keeps this up. Tatar, much better. He's a -5, but you know what? There's going to be minuses on a team, so it's doing better. Yurko, Larkin, hopefully those guys, Larkin and Yurko, just hopefully that second line can pull them back together. I think they're doing solid anyways. Ouellette, again, very solid for us as of late. He's 88 overall. That's awesome. Holy moly, those stats are insane. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Any other big ones? Russo got 10 goals. Viking stat, I think we got some young guys that are really coming into their roles. Russo, oh my gosh. Nast this week, he's getting goals. This guy's insane. 88 for wrist shot accuracy. Assists, I'm just going to check all the extra stats, plus minus. And we got Glenn Netting and Nemelainen. Those are definitely guys I'd like to see with good stats. Second line, that's the only thing that's holding us back a bit, but you know what? It's okay. Our team's second in the league. Okay. Ramo, he's got 2 losses on the year, unfortunately, but he's got solid stats. So he's played solid. We've been playing Mrazek as of late, and I have a bad feeling that I have rotates goalies off. So I will have to check that. Yeah, solid stats for Mrazek as always. I mean, not Vezina, I wouldn't say, but you know what? I think he's more of a playoff goalie anyways, so he's doing very well for us. That is that, I believe. Locker room chemistry is trending down, but it's at 84, so that's very nice. Let's check out the rotates goalies. It's off. Put it back on. Maybe Mrazek is the reason that we're winning some games as well, but let's give him a bit of a break. We got to hope that Ramo can play solid when he's in the net. Anyways, guys, that's the end of the episode. It says 40. It's almost at 50 minutes. Oh my gosh, crazy. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe for more content, and make sure you hit that like button because the Red Wings are on a roll right now. Okay, let's be honest. Okay, they're ahead of the Maple Leafs. Congratulations. We still got to catch up to those Oilers, though. Anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.